Okay, hello guys, I welcome you to the channel Nota Bene Tech on Tube, and in this video I'm going to cover a program, a database. As you know that we have in our one of the last videos, business information management. In that video we read a book on that topic, on that title, and we learned about MySQL. And in this video, because we are in a position to create our own databases, so just as a short video, want to create a database with a table. As I mentioned in that video as well, that I'm going to create a video showing you how to create a databases. And now, because this is just a preliminary stage of creating a databases, with the advancement and with the progress, we're going to show you more advanced videos with more sophistication, with more graphics, and also with more advanced you can say programming. But with just the preliminary stage, we're just going to show you a basic video of how to create a database with a table, adding, inserting, or deleting the rows or the content in it with the help of the SQL, which we're going to sqlite3, which we're going to apply in Python, and we're going to learn some basic syntaxes, how to actually import. First of all, as you know that the SQL database is already in the Python. We're just going to first connect with that database. We're going to create a table in that database. We're going to insert all the values in that table. Later we're going to, if you are interested, we can append, we can delete as well, and we can edit as well. So these are the scenarios that we're going to cover in this video. And I hope that because when after this video, you will be in a position to create a simple, basic preliminary stage database, which you can apply to any department whatsoever. You can apply to the HR, you can apply to the employee records, you can apply to the to employee records. First of all, you can apply to any other department whatsoever in which there is a database. And when you see that yes, there's a quality control department as well, there is another department, operational department, there's an HR department, there are various departments in which the databases is a requisite. Excuse me. So for that reason, you have to have the databases, and in my opinion, a simple database which you can easily handle is more suited to a small to medium scale enterprises, instead of running a very large, highly complex actually database, which is difficult to handle. But in case you see that yes, it is a requirement, you want to actually first apply to your clients, to the vendors, obviously it is you have to actually deal according to that situation and according to the client given. But as for the small and medium enterprises, I hope that this video may cover a lot of different areas, so that on the basis of this video, you can build later on more advanced features, more advanced programming, whether it is on Windows, whether it is on Linux, whether it is on Android, or whether it is more advanced programming and more advanced systems as well. So let's see what we have in this video as far as the databases in SQLite with Python is concerned. So keep watching. Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, you need to understand that we're going to connect to the SQLite databases in Python, and for that reason we're going to use the syntax import sqlite3, and con is equal to sqlite3.connect, and you are using as a test dot database. So you have to use it as such. This syntax I have actually wrote it earlier, so that is why it's been on that shell Python. So I want to actually create a global WOS tutor student database management system. So for that reason, I want to print that, and when I'm going to run it, it will going to show me this, the global WOS tutor student database management system, because I have been opened the database successfully, and now I want to actually show that yes, it is the global WOS tutor student database management system. So it's been printed out as such. Okay, so let's see, we're going to create a table right now, and we're going to how we're going to create the table. So let's see how we're going to create the table. Okay, what I've done actually created a database, connected with the database of SQLite, and now I've created a table which is tutor, and using the syntax con, which is for the connection dot execute, and all the entries in it are like that, with the 3: create table tutor id integer primary key, which is not null, and first name text, last name text, not null, age is in integer form, not null, latest degree is text, not null, specialized subjects you have to mention about the tutor, and number of class slots, whether the tutor is taking 2 classes, 1 class, or more than 2 classes, 3, 4, and 5 you can mention in that row, and students under supervision, that also be mentioned, and salary, and naturally what he or she is taking right now. So print out tutor table ready for entries. So that is why it's been created, and when I'm going to close it, con.close, and I'm going to run it right now. Let's see if it's been showing that the tutor table ready for the entries, then the table is created. So it's been showing that there is an operational error, table tutor already exists. Okay, so why not to put it like this, instead of data table tutors, and I'm going to run it like this. If it's able to show me that it's not been created earlier, then hopefully I'll be in a position. Yes, so tutors table ready for entry. So that's been, the table has already been created. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter the values in this table, and let's see, we'll able to append, we'll able to edit, delete the entries, so that obviously for our own database you can create such table for your obviously tutor is an employee, so we'll obviously it is an employee record as well simultaneously, so which you can use in the computation of the salary. Obviously you can printing out the receipts and all that stuff later on for the accounting purposes. You can connect this table to any other purpose as well, but right now the table has been created, and we are in a position to enter values. So let's see how we're going to enter. Okay, in this video, as I said earlier, the link to the connection to the database has already created to SQLite databases, and now you have created the table as well with the name tutors, and create the credentials, putting the values as the, obviously you have to keep the record for that purpose. You have just mentioned the first and last name, the age, the latest degree, the specialized subjects, the number of class slots, 1, 2 students under supervision of that tutor, the salary provided to the tutor. So the tutors table are ready for entries. This one and the global WOS tutor student DP management systems has already been created. So we're going to add the values, or insert the values into this table, and we're going to save it as a record as well, to be used later on for further process or for the further purposes or for journal entries. And for that reason, what is the syntax used generally is connect con.execute. You insert into you're going to insert into the tutors, and obviously it is insert into tutors ID, first name, last name, and age, last degree, and specialized subjects, number of class slots, and students under supervision, and salary. And you have the values as well with the IDs user 1 James Smith 32 master. It is also, you had to keep in mind when you read out the documentation of the Python, especially with SQLite, they mentioned that yes, it is a non-standard way of using this syntax and want to create or insert the tutors. It is, you can say, a shortcut way of creating tables, inserting the values into tables, and later on you can select or you can extract those values for further editing, or for deletion as well. But obviously it is a non-standard way. You can use it if you are generating too many tables and you are in want to actually create too many forms as well. Obviously you can use this method and create your database. And it's a non-standard way, as I told earlier. We're going to when we're going to provide you the further more sophisticated and more standardized videos on databases, you'll able to actually get an idea that how you can create more graphic oriented, more sophisticated, more advanced, and more standardized programming, and which may lead to the databases eventually. So this is just as I said earlier, a preliminary stage of providing you the insight and how you can create the databases in shortest possible time given, so that you can work on those databases and eventually create or for your organization. Okay, so that's what's the main purpose of creating the databases for your organization. So I have created this databases with names given as well, values. All the values has been created. For example, the James Smith is the first and last name. The ID is U01. Age is 32 with the master's degree, mechanical engineering, and the number of class slots is 2. The number of students under supervision 20. The salary taken is this. You can add as number of values as you can. That might be served as an employee record later to be used in the accounting and the salary computation purposes as well, or the accounting department. You may link their database to the further departments as well. Con.comment for print tutors records created and updated successfully, and con.close, it's this as well. Let's see if we're able to run it, and it'll show that yes, it's been created and updated successfully. So it's saying that the tutors table already exists, but I want to show it like this. Tutors, for example, tutors, this, insert into tutors, insert, because normally whenever you're going to use a shortcut way, it will consider as a unique entry. So for that reason, I've said earlier that it is a shortcut non-standard way. But obviously now the further videos, in our coming videos, we're going to show you more advanced and standardized way of creating the databases. But it is worth if you want to actually use it for small and medium-sized enterprises. So let's see if you're going to run it and able to show the result as well. So unrecognized token, okay, this one. For that reason, I should use it instead of this. Why not to use it? Tutors, one, and tutors one, one. one, and this one is 1 is 1. So if it's able to show me the result, obviously then I'll be very happy to see that yes, it's able to run it like it is. Okay, tutors 1 table ready for entries. What is the okay, so far we have connected the database, connected SQLite to the database, and we created a table as well. And by entering the name of the entries, okay, and afterwards is showing that tutors is user a table ready for entries. And then yet again it is our global was tutor student database management system. I have to repeat it again just for the clarification what the next step would be. So the values have been entered and we have taken out the result as been shown earlier, and now we're going to fetch and we're going to display the results which already been displayed in our records, which is the tutor 008, because normally as we have to as I have to done a lot of work, that's why I have to actually change again and again the tutor's name from 03, I believe that was the ending, and afterwards due to some of the repetition of the work, it's tutors 008 now. And I have actually fetch out the result by using the select function and the cursor syntax in this case. And when we use this cursor and the select cursor select syntax, we can fetch out the records which have been displayed, which have been already been what is already been in the records. We can fetch out and we can display it accordingly, and by using the sprint function which is in front of you. So you can use the rows 0 to row 7. Total rows are 8 in this case, in our case, and I have extracted the result as well. And let me show you the result what I have extracted for. This is the result. It's the lines are already being connected successfully. Tutors user 8 table entry ready for entries. Global was tutor, and then again records created and updated successfully. Open database successfully. Then IDs and all the details that I want to actually have on my list is already been there. So that's not a question. So you can see that yes, we can now. I want to change it and show you right away so that we can see that yes, it can be done yet again. By putting the values at 9, and it's 9, because already been created and the records been saved, so I have to rename and just to run it again. That is why it is called a non-standard way of doing or creating the databases. We have to do it again and again, but it's quite handy when you are actually doing it's 9.8 and it's been done, and from there onwards what needs to be done furthermore. I just add another print, and that would be number of that would be students. Okay, that would be row 7, and then we have the row 8. I believe it's already been updated now and it's been done, so we can display it the result by fetching out the records already been stored in values, and we can fetch and display by using cursor and select ID from tutor 009. So it's all been done. Let me run it so that you can see that it's all been done absolutely okay. So this is the tuple index out of range. Salary 008. Let's see what is the tuple index. It's tuple 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and tuple index is out of range. Tuple index is out of range. I believe it's all being set, and we can extract it. And we're going to show it by updating it. Obviously we have another other step which is updated. I'll just do it with the unupdated, and you can we can correct it all together. What will be the tuple error correction would be. So I haven't put the students in this select from value, that wise I haven't displayed me the result. So let me actually show you with and display the other result with 00111. That will be now the tutor's name or the table's name. 01 01 01 01 01, and you can also name it as 01 01. So when you're going to name it, and yet again you're going to run it, and it hopefully setting all the details right, selecting the cursor, fetching and displaying it, and when it will be done you'll see that yes, what I've done early on by myself, now it is in front of you as well. So yes, so the result is in front of you. All the details have been fetched, and also all the results, the records have been fetched and displayed by using the select and the cursor syntax as earlier shown to you. So you can use it now. Going to update, and let's see how we're going to do that. Okay guys, you must have noticed a mistake that I did early on, that there was a result, the results were fetched in, the rows were fetched in, but the display result was not complete. It was just showing the ID number, ID first name, but it was not showing the actual result or the actual record to be which was stored in our which was the database management system. So what I've done earlier was this one. You can see that there was no ID there was no ID result. The first and the last name was not actually displayed. So the syntax was incorrectly applied, showing the incomplete result. The reason was that because of one parenthesis that was placed after the double quote ID. Double quote ID is equal to double quote ID, and the parenthesis was closed. It has to it was meant to be closed after the row 0 at position 0, and you have to close that then afterwards you have to close it. So that would be a complete syntax, and obviously I have done it, and I've done it and applied it, and that was the result, because it was showing me a result like this. So the first name, the ID was there, the James Smith, the Masters Mechanical Engineering, number of class slots 2, students, salary, record, fetched and displayed. Now this is the full-fledged record fetched and was displayed. And this is how you can use it. So I'm going to use it yet again just for the confirmation that yes, it was done correctly. And let me name it with another. Obviously I have to name it yet again 3 3 3 3 3 3, and this one has to be 3 as well, so I'll put it as 3 over here. I hope so. I've used the for loop as well correctly now, as I've done earlier by myself. Now I'm going to do it for you guys as well. Let's see what will be the result. Successfully, so the result is in front of you. The record was fetched and displayed absolutely correctly. So I'm going to update now. Let's see how we're going to update. Okay, now what I have done, I want to update the record, and I want to display as well. The update is that I want, for example, I have shown you the fetching, how the record was fetched and displayed. Now I want to update, for example, the salary to 250,000 where ID is U01. You have to show the result is like this. First of all, obviously when you are using another update, another first step, you have to reuse the import sqlite3 con, yet again connect to the databases, print global was, you can print any stuff. By using the update, how are you going to update it? Your record con.execute update tutor 004. I have to rename that tutor again because I'm using it again. Set salary to this. I have increased the salary for the ID 001. And con.commit, that you're saying that yes, you have to commit that, and print total number of rows updated. Okay. So what I've done ahead, I have done this one has to be placed here. Okay, so you can see that now the cursor will yet again do, it will fetch, it will going to display, but it will going to fetch and display the updated record, which is now being the salary of 250,000 for ID 001. All the details that was previously used in the last step for fetching and displaying will be used, and yet again by adding just an update syntax with con.execute. Okay, so I'm going to run it. Let's see, and I have to print out that record is now updated and displayed. If it's done okay, then it means that we have done our work and it has shown us the result as well. So let's see what will be the result for an updated entry. Okay, the results are running absolutely okay. The record updated and displayed. Record updated. Let's see that what are the updated record for the 001 ID. It has to be a salary of what it was. First of all, it was fetched and displayed. Okay, that was the result till then, and afterwards for the James Smith, now the result is updated and displayed, and you can update and display accordingly for any number of entries as per as shown as in this figure. So it has used twice. First it has fetched and displayed, and then it has updated and displayed. So you can use these two entries simultaneously as well, just for the purpose of record and the databases. So that is how you can update. And if I want to delete it, let's see what will be the result. If I want to delete any entry, I want to delete any row, or delete any number of values that were entered in my database. So how we're going to do it, let's see. Okay, at the end, what I have to do the delete as well. Delete any entry that was actually saved as a record, and I have to rename again. Obviously, when I have run it once again from my, I have done it by myself. The result was that one. I'll just let you know that that was the result. The tutor 005, there was an error near because I haven't used delete from tutor 005. That was, it was showing me the error. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter delete from, but I obviously have to rename all the stuff again. That would be 6, and also I'm just going to put it like this. It would be 6, and afterwards it would be let me, over here it has to be 6 as well, and over here I put it as 6, and what else to do over here. I have to put 6 as well, and over here I have to put 6 as well, and I have to rename the table initially. That was 6 over here, 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 and I believe all the table is renamed, and the subsequent entries are also renamed for the table. And I have to just delete what the record deleted and up displayed, where the ID 002 is there. I have to delete that one. So when I'm going to run it, let's see if it shows me the result. It's showing me connected successfully, all that stuff done absolutely right, and it has what was 002 initially. Let me tell you that way. The 002 was Sarah White, and it was record fetched and displayed. Then it was record updated and displayed. The Sarah White was there, and when I have done it for the deleted, and Sanjay Gupta is there, Abdul Rafi is there, and James White is there. James Smith is there, but not the second ID, which was Sarah White. So it has been deleted as well. The record was saved. The record was saved. The record was displayed. The record was updated and displayed. It was deleted and displayed. And first of all, we have to fetch as well and display as well. So what is this? This is in front of you. The record is maintained. It can be updated. It can be deleted. It can be saved as well by using the entries. What are the entries? The entries are in front of you. The display entries are in front of you for the same. It has, you have to print it out like the same way, but you have to keep in mind of the delete, and you have to keep in mind the update. And that's, I believe, the whole story in this game. And you can actually show, you can use the sentences, you can display the prompt messages as per your liking. I have used the Global Voice Tutor Student database management system quite often. So that is my database, which I have used using the shortcut or using the non-standard way of database creation on sqlite 3 in Python. So obviously in our future video, as I said earlier, we're going to use the standard way as well. And you can apply this method in creation of employee record, in creation of any sales record, any marketing record whatsoever, and you can keep on updating, keep on changing as well. So this is how it will be shown, this is how it will be updated, and I believe it has helped you a lot in creating a database, a simple preliminary state database, without any advanced graphics, without any advanced programming or any standardized programming. So in future, obviously, we're going to take care of all these things. So let me come with another interesting video with some other business insight or with other business info that may help you to actually get the business going. Thank you very much. Take care and have a nice day.